biggest conversation we have every single year at the beginning of the year in January is finance. Because as much as you're always saying no romance without finance, there is no living without finance and financial wisdom and financial prudence, especially in a new year. At the beginning of the year, you make so many decisions that will affect you throughout the year. And if you start,
on the wrong foot.
Yes, if you start with a deficit, it's very difficult for you to fill that up. And these are conversations we need to all have when we speak about life, right? So we start with a pop question. Me, I have questions for you. You have a pen and paper? Do you have it? Get it. We start with question number 1. Do you want to save more money to 1. Accomplish your money goals fast? 2. Find some breathing room in your budget? 3. Stop relying on credit cards for emergencies and all of those mobile money loans. Tunazijua, si mnazijua. 4. Add more security in your life because health, all of these things, challenges, they come. And finally, all the above. I want you to let me know, is it you need extra money for security, you need extra money to stop relying on loans, you need extra money so you have more room in your budget to do other things or to accomplish your money goals faster. Okay? Because we all have needs for money. And I think I will start by answering the question myself. I think for me, I need to save more money so that I can have more security in my life. I think that's where I'm sitting. Where are you sitting, Turi?
Accomplishing my money goals faster, because I usually feel like I start on a high note and then I get somewhere, I'm like, there's alternative use for this money. So that's what I'm trying to avoid in this new year. When I set a goal for this specific amount of money, I'm going to achieve it. See, if I'm setting a goal to travel somewhere, at the end of the year, I'll have that money. It won't be diverted to other things as the year goes by.
So, question is, how are you planning to save this money in 2023?
At the top of the list, and this is basic for any time you're, having any amount of money, is budgeting. Budgeting. You need to sit down and figure out where this money is going, where it is coming from, how it is being spent. And if you don't budget, you'll have this thing where you're always asking yourself, sijui yo pesa ilisha aje. That is not a good statement for everyone. And we are too grown. We are too grown to be making such statements. Sijui yo pesa ilienda wapi. So budget. Figure out what money goes to bills, utilities, what money goes to entertainment, what is, left hanging, what is disposable income, what is going to your savings, what is going to black tax. Categorize all, even the smallest detail, because those small things is where your money gets lost. Kwa hivyo, kama unakulanga sweetie, set aside budget ya sweetie. Ukimaliza your budget ya sweetie, unajua unakunywa maji only. So just figure out where your money is coming from, where it is going, how it is being spent.
Another very important one for me is especially with debt. I've told you many times on this show, I do not like to feel like I owe someone, and when I do, I am never at peace. So watu wamekula pesa ya helbu. Please. Can you start realizing that you're growing older and you need to pay that money? Kama uko na hizi mobile loans, we've just spoken about them. Can you please start to figure out how to pay these bills? Because you will never fully be happy if you always have a looming, thought that, but then I need to owe this, I owe this person such and such amount of money and I need to pay them. You will never be happy. That's the problem with loans. You are never fully satisfied. You're always feeling like another shoe is going to drop. So for me personally, I feel like any debts that I may have, not that I have any that I can think of, but if I have accrued any form of debt, I need to pay it. And how do you pay these loans? If you pay it all lump sum, sometimes it's very overwhelming for you to pay a lump sum of money. Unless you have you've won a jackpot or something, you decide to pay all your loans, that's amazing. But if you don't, please set an actual, as you're budgeting, add a specific amount of money that is supposed to now go to paying these loans, right? Or paying these debts that you have, because you will never fully be happy until you've paid all of this money off. And if you're always waiting for the day where you will have this lump sum of money to pay for it, never comes for many. So let's break it down and pay it in bite sizes.
And I have mentioned earlier about how important it is for you to set a goal, especially if you're going to be doing something this year. Just set a goal, even if it looks small, like I am saving to buy shoes. Set a goal and stick to it. And I found an easy way to do this is just to automate your finances. Oh, that's a godsend, because you know there's this campaign that you get when you're paying for something, when you're setting money aside, yani ka balance kanya tuka ki reduce. So if you want to save yourself that heartbreak, ujue tu mshahara yako ikiingia inaingia ikiwa imeenda huku, imeenda huku, imeenda huku. It just reduces that stress and anxiety of you having to divide and just figure out, you know, ni gani na what is happening this month.
It never feels like it's enough.
Automate your finances.
Yep.
Just to know every month savings inaenda hapa, utilities hapa, enjoyment money inakaa hapa. What you're left with, you can perambulate with.
Absolutely. Automation, automation, automation. And it doesn't have to be complicated. You can just do it either straight from your bank, do it straight from your mobile banking, or your mobile money. Do it with, there are many, many avenues you can do it. We've seen a lot of celebrities talking about different payment plans that can help you with your savings goals. Another one is, lazima ununue Fendi ndio usikie umevaa nguo. Lazima ununue Gucci ndio usikie umevaa nguo. No. Do you have to buy these big branded fridges and all of these things for you to have a fridge? No. Do you need to actually go to these reputable salons for you to braid your hair? No. Do you need to go to a nail tech who will charge you 3 times, 4 times, 5 times what other people can charge you in town so that you feel like you have nails on? It's the same nails. What am I trying to say? You can buy generic, you can use generic, you can be in a very generic. Honestly, sometimes it feels like it's even a scam, because how many of your friends will realize that you're actually wearing Fenty Beauty lip gloss? How many people will realize it? How many people will know that unoganga na, you know, a $10,000 soap or a $2 soap or 200 shilling soap na kipande? Nobody will know. As long as you're clean, you're clean. You know what I'm saying? So just buy generic products to save yourself money. Sometimes it's not, the name doesn't do anything for you. It just strokes your ego a little bit, but at the end of the day, that's money lost. So buy generic. And in fact, as you are buying generic, also make sure if it's food, you are also trying, you don't have to buy rice at the supermarket for it to be rice. It's rice even if you buy it in Yakupima. It's still rice. It's still going to be, what's that rice called? Basmati. It's still going to be Shindano. If you buy it in the supermarket, if you buy it in Grogon, it doesn't matter. It's still rice. So try and buy generic items because they will take you a long, long way.
And speaking of rice, cook at home. Meal planning. Cook. There's rice at home. There's no need for you to be going out every evening, buying food every evening, when you can very easily cook your food. Alafu ukishapika hivi kasapa, enye inabaki asubuhi unaweka kwa Tupperware. Unabeba unaenda nayo kazini. You have saved on groceries now. You have saved on lunch money. You have saved on eating out every day, because it's just not sustainable for you to be doing takeout the whole month. That is where the money goes. You know, those small things I told you about. Unakaka hivi lunch mnaangalia mnasema, tutakula nini lunch? And then you know, you do takeout. Trust me, that is where the money goes. Those small takeout orders. I even had to like uninstall one of the delivery apps because I had become so dependent. Hata kutembea tu, nitoke kwa nyumba, nienda supermarket, which is like 100 meters. Siwezi enda. Nenda tu kwa simu yangu nasema, wow, delivery is just 59 shillings. Awesome. Those 59 shillings really add up. So just stop paying for convenience if it's just not that good. You know, if it's something you can do, unaweza shuka stairs uende kwa supermarket and stop asking for delivery. If you can go to the shop, stop paying that 50 bob delivery. It's that simple.
Absolutely. Another one, your taxes, your insurance, any money that needs to be paid out at the end of the month or at the beginning of the month, subscriptions. I think you don't need to have unfortunately, I'll have to name them. You don't need to have Somask, Netflix, Prime, all of them. Unalipia zote na ni TV moja unatumianga. how many views can you have in a day? Can you please stop paying for all of these subscriptions? Do the thing where people actually share plans, right? If you can't share plans, I think we'd even started doing this with Turi for one of these TV subscriptions, because it doesn't make sense for both of us to be paying, and we are only ever watching like once or twice. Tulipe mtu moja tuone yako, next month mimi nitalipa tuone yangu, next month, like that. Find plans like that that are able to help you out. Withholding tax, my friend, the day the tax man, me myself adding myself in that mix, because I don't even know. Hey, the day the tax man will smite, they smiteth hard. They smite with a big smiter. It's a big rod. You will be smitten and you'll be smacked hard. So try and make sure that you're paying for your revenue. You're declaring your revenues. You are paying for taxes. Don't withhold taxes, because one day it accumulates. They wait for you. Wanakungojanga tu. Ikifika numbers zingine ziko na more than 3 zeros. That's the day they come to collect, and they come very willing, ready, and with receipts. Where are yours? Finally, in that same beat, insurance. It's very important, if you know you keep getting sick, to pay for small things like your NHIF, your NSSF, small things like that. It's just 200, 500 shillings out of your monthly amounts. Guess what? That saves you a lot. Well, not a lot, but it saves you, right? If you are always in hospital, it's better to get outpatient insurance. Because why? You are saving yourself money at the end of the day. Even if you don't get sick, the day you get sick, you don't worry, you're not scrambling, you're not refusing to go to hospital and asking for small fundraisers simply because you can't afford it. Those, very important. Tax, insurance, and subscriptions, please.
Another thing, make it a challenge. Make it a fun challenge. Today, this month, you know how you have no nut December, no nut November, no shave December,
November.
you know, all of these things. Try a no spend January, a no spend February, a no spend March. Just say, you know, this month I'm not doing anything, you know, out of the way. As long as my basic needs are catered to, the rest I'm just not doing anything extra. It's really, really important. And I'm saying, today I'm not going to that store, that specific store that takes all your money. Just decide this month I am staying out of that store. I'm not going to that store anymore. This month I am not eating takeout. Make it a fun challenge and see how long you can go. And then, you know, keep adding from there. I did 3 weeks this month. Next month I'm going to do 4 weeks. The other month I'm going to, you know, just have fun with it.
Really, truly do. And always take advantage of what your employers give you. Honest Ray, if you get free coffee, free tea, free lunch, take advantage of that. Don't start acting bougie the way you only eat food from something cafe. Yeah, don't do that. But in the same beat, if your employers give you plans like a loan, we were saying automating your loans, for example. If your employer gives that facilitation of where instead of you having to take your money and actually go and pay your loans, if they can be chucking that money from your whatever, let them do it. Let it be automated from work such that you don't have to worry about it. But be careful to make sure that they're actually paying, because I know a few people, Additionally, if they give you advantages like Huskies don't have 401ks, but if they give you an insurance cover for your dental, if they give you an insurance cover for such and such, take advantage of these things, because they really do help you in the long run. Don't be acting as if your insurance is better than the insurance that they're giving everyone else. Trust me, at the end of the day, these things do help. If they give you a retirement plan, a policy which helps with, you know, retiring early, paying for your children's school fees, stuff like that, take those policies and use them to your advantage, because trust me when I tell you, that doesn't happen often in this country. So if you have those abilities, then take them and make sure you use them to the best of your ability and capacity.
And the most important, please learn to say no. Just say no.
Yep.
I don't want to go out. It's no. No. It's your friends call you, tell them no. It is that simple. Say no to things you are not planning to do, to things that are just going to drain your money, to things that don't make you happy. Acha peer pressure. You're too grown for this. That's my motto for this year. You are too grown. Say no.
And I think another very important one is I think for especially for parents and people with large families, if you can do a family plan for everything. Family plan for your TVs. Family plan for your mobiles, for your calls, for your, there's post pay everywhere. Do a family post pay plan. Do a family plan for, I don't know, trips. Family plan for, what do you call these things that kids get? I forget what they're called. Just do family plans for everything, because guess what? It's one payment and it settles everyone in your family. It covers everyone in your family. I think it's very, very important for you to start thinking about it that way, holistically, as opposed to thinking about individuality. And I remember when I was 20 years old and they trying to sell, the way they try and sell you these policies where they tell you, oh, you can start paying for your child's school fees now. All you need to do is spend this amount of money every month, and then in 10 years it will become such and such. I'm like, sir, 10 years? You only when I turned 30, and I was like, imagine I would have had
Interesting.
put policies in play. Honestly, take up these policies. If you can't do money funds, if you can't do index funds, like try and make money for 10 years from now. Because today, haitawaisha kilio ya leo, kesho itajililia, but ukiisort, you'll be in a better place.
True.
That was our saving plans for 2024. Some we are using ourselves as we are learning as well, and some that we are encouraging you to do because we've done and it's worked for us. Moving on swiftly, I think today we do a quick little game. Let's enjoy this year with a quick little game. So let's keep that energy going. The game is simple.
Ladies, we're on top. Hey!
Right, so I think we're going to do Turi. I'll ask you all of them, and then you'll ask me all of them.
Okay.
Is Ezra New Testament or Old Testament?
Old Testament.
Is Timothy New Testament, Old Testament?
Timothy. Old Testament.
Wrong. Timothy.
New Testament. Okay.
All those are, yes, the New Testament. Ephesians?
Old Testament.
No, New Testament.
What?
Kings?
Old.
You're right. Haggai?
Haggai. Old Testament.
Yes, it sounds old already.
Yeah.
Philemon?
Old Testament.
New Testament.
Jesus
Most of the New
Christ.
Testaments were named after people. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 out of 6.
Interesting. Titus.
New Testament.
Ruth.
Old Testament.
Nehemiah.
Old Testament.
Hebrews.
New Testament.
James.
New Testament.
Esther.
Old Testament. God damn! I am more religious than you take me for.
She went to
Look
church.
at that. 6
She
out
went
of
to
6.
church.
Awesome. I am winning and I love it. If you've been with us the whole show, we appreciate you for being here again. Happy new second. Is it the second or the first week of January? We're still pushing P. So let's go. Let's do this. And I hope to God that you've had a better beginning of the year than anyone would possibly have imagined. See ya.
Bye. My name is Trithe. Happy New Year. Just maybe until April.